स्टार्ट करते हैं हम लोग चैप्टर नंबर 4 क्लास 7th एनसीईआरटी लाइन टू लाइन स्टार्ट करते हैं। आवर अर्थ इज सराउंडेड बाय अ ह्यूज ब्लैंकेट ऑफ एयर कॉल्ड एटमॉस्फेयर। ऑल लिविंग बीइंग्स ऑन द अर्थ डिपेंड ऑन द एटमॉस्फेयर फॉर देयर सर्वाइवल। इट प्रोवाइड us the air we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of the sun rays. Without this blanket of protection, we would be baked alive by the heat of the sun during the day and get frozen during the night. So it means this mass of air that has made the temperature of the earth livable means कि अर्थ का जो टेम्परेचर है वो एटमॉस्फेयर ही मेंटेन करता है, ना ज़्यादा हीट को इफेक्ट करने देता है ना ज़्यादा कोल्ड को इफेक्ट करने देता है। इट मेंटेन्स अ बैलेंस एंड विच अल्टीमेटली पॉसिबल्स द सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ लाइफ ऑन द अर्थ surface. Composition of the atmosphere. Do you know that the air we take in while breathing is actually a mixture of many gases? Nitrogen, oxygen are two gases which make up the bulk of the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, argon and hydrogen are found in lesser quantities. Apart from these gases, tiny dust particles are also present in the air. The pie chart gives us the percentage of different constituent of airs. अगर हम पाई चार्ट को देखें, then nitrogen it is in bulk amount 78%, then oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide is 0.03%, argon is 0.93%, and extra all other gases includes 0.04%. It can be seen in the pie chart given in your book. Nitrogen is the most plentiful gas in the air. When we inhale, we take some amount of nitrogen into our lungs and exhale it. But the plant need nitrogen for their survival. They cannot take nitrogen directly from the air. Bacteria that live in the soil and roots of some plants take nitrogen from the air and change its form so that plant can use it. Oxygen is the second most plentiful gas in the air. Humans and animals take oxygen from the air as they breathe. Green plants produce oxygen during the photosynthesis. In this way, oxygen content in the air remains constant. If we cut trees, then this balance gets disturbed. Carbon dioxide is another important gas. Green plants use carbon dioxide to make their food and release oxygen. Humans or animals hence release carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide released by the humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by plants, which make a perfect balance. However, balance is upset by burning of fuels such as coal and oil. They add billions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere each year. As a result, the increased volume of carbon dioxide is affecting the Earth's weather and climate. मीन्स कि प्लांट्स जो हैं वो जितना भी ऑर्गेनिजम्स कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को रिलीज करते हैं उसमें वो अच्छे से बैलेंस बना लेते हैं, बट एक्स्ट्रा जो बर्निंग ऑफ फ्यूल है, कोल है, फॉसिल फ्यूल्स की बर्निंग है, पेट्रोलियम की, उससे क्या होता है टन्स ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज हो जाता है, विच इज ऑफ कोर्स नॉट एट ऑल पॉसिबल बाय द प्लांट्स टू एब्जॉर्ब। और उसकी वजह से ही क्लाइमेटिक चेंज की सिचुएशन, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग, इस तरीके की सिचुएशंस अपीयर हो रही हैं और क्लाइमेट पर बहुत ही बैड इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है। स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द एटमोसफेयर. आवर एटमोसफेयर इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 5 लेयर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम अर्थ्स एटमोसफेयर. दीज आर troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. These are the 5 layers important हैं. Troposphere is the most important layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 13 kilometers. The air we breathe exists here. Almost all the weather phenomena like rainfall, fog, hailstorm occur in this layer. So most important है, closer to the earth surface है और ज़्यादातर जो changes हैं, climatic changes, वो इसी लेयर में हमें देखने के लिए मिलते हैं. स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर अबव द ट्रोपोस्फेयर लाइज. स्ट्रेटोस्फेयर एक्सटेंड अप टू द हाइट ऑफ 50 किलोमीटर. दिस लेयर इज ऑलमोस्ट फ्री फ्रॉम क्लाउड्स एंड एसोसिएटेड मेकिंग कंडीशंस मोस्ट आइडियल फॉर फ्लाइंग एरोप्लेन्स. तो एग्जाम में आ सकता है विच लेयर अलाउज द और विच इज आइडियल फॉर फ्लाइंग द एरोप्लेन्स. सो इट्स अ stratosphere just above 50 kilometer range over the first layer, that is troposphere. We have just learnt how it protects us from the harmful effect of the sun rays is also helpful in the protection from the ultraviolet rays through the presence of ozone in this layer. Ozone भी इसी layer में present होती है. Then the third layer is the mesosphere. It lies above the stratosphere, extend up to a height of 80 kilometers. Meteorites burn up in this layer on entering from the space. तो यहाँ पर meteoroids जो भी टूटे particles हैं space के वो यहाँ पर आकर के burn out हो जाते हैं due to the friction of the air. नीचे नहीं आएंगे, otherwise अर्थ पे effect पड़ सकता है. Thermosphere temperature rises very rapidly with the increasing height of the ionosphere is a part of this layer. It extends between 80 to 400 kilometers. This layer help in radio transmission. In fact, radio waves transmitted from the earth are reflected back to the earth by this layer. Last layer is the exosphere. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere is known as exosphere. This layer has very thin air. Light gases like helium, hydrogen float into the space from here. तो again important है weather and climate. Is it going to rain today? Will it be bright sunny today? How many times have we heard this from anxious cricket fans speculating the fate of one day match? अगर वन डे मैच होता है क्रिकेट में तो वहाँ पर वेदर फोरकास्टिंग की जाती है कि बारिश होने की संभावना है या बारिश नहीं होने की संभावना है, कितने परसेंट बारिश हो सकती है, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मैच कभी भी रनिंग रेनफॉल में नहीं खेला जाता है ना. उसके लिए एक अच्छा सा आइडियल वेदर चाहिए, ब्राइट सनशाइन चाहिए, तभी क्रिकेट को खेला जाता है. तो वहाँ पर ये सिचुएशन देखने के लिए मिलती है. वेदर इज आर टू आर डे टू डे कंडीशन ऑफ द एटमोसफेयर. पल पल की जो चेंजेस हैं एनवायरनमेंट में, उसको एटमोसफेयर में, उसको हम वेदर कह सकते हैं. हॉट और ह्यूमिड वेदर में मेक one irritable. A pleasant breezy weather may make one cheerful, even plan for an outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. However, average weather condition of a place for a longer period of time represent the climate. But average period मतलब एक लंबे समय तक 20-30 years तक एक एवरेज टेम्परेचर, एक एवरेज वेदर को अगर देखा जाए, अगर मैक्सिमम टाइम कोल्ड रहता है या मैक्सिमम टाइम हॉट रहता है, उसी के हिसाब से उसका क्लाइमेट डिज़ाइन हो जाता है. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, समर्स के वक्त श्रीनगर में गर्मी हो रही होती है, बट वहाँ का क्लाइमेट कोल्ड है क्योंकि मैक्सिमम 12 मंथ्स में मैक्सिमम जो टाइम है वो वहाँ पे कोल्ड रहती है. और अगर उसका एवरेज कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो मैक्स डेट विल कम एज द कोल्ड क्लाइमेट. तो वेदर भी कोल्ड है. हाँ, वेदर समर्स में चेंज हो जाता है, तब वहाँ पर हल्की सी गर्मी पड़ती है. बट if you talk about the climate will be treated as cold, and vice versa in the desert areas like Rajasthan. Now, do you understand why we have daily weather forecast? Temperature, the temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. Degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between the day and night but also from season to season. Summers are hotter than the winters. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is isolation. Isolation is incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. The amount of isolation decreases from the equator towards the pole. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. Now, do you understand why poles are covered with the snow? If the earth's temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that of the village. The concrete and the metal in buildings and the asphalt of the roads get heated up during the day. This day is released during the night. Also, the crowded high-rise buildings of the cities trap the warm air and thus raise the temperature of the cities. Next is air pressure. You will be surprised to know that air above up presses up with a great force on our bodies. However, we don't even feel it. This is because the air presses us from all directions and our body exerts a counter pressure. Air pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the weight of the air on the Earth's surface. As we go up in the layer, as we go up the layers of the atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. The air pressure is highest at sea level, and air pressure influenced by the temperature of air as a given place. In areas where temperature is high, the air gets heated and rises. This creates a low pressure area. Low pressure is associated with the cloudy skies and wet weather. In areas having lower temperature, the air is cold. It is therefore heavy. Heavy air sinks and creates a high pressure area. High pressure is associated with the clear and sunny skies. The air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure areas. Wind. The movement of the air from high pressure area to the low pressure area is called wind. Wind की movement to be possible when there is a pressure difference, और pressure difference हमेशा high potential to low potential और high pressure area to low pressure area ही होता है. So it blows dry leaves from the pavement, uproots trees during a storm. Sometimes when the wind blows gently, you can even see it blowing away smoke or fine dust. At times, wind can be so strong it is difficult to walk against it. You must have experienced it is not easy to hold an umbrella on a windy day. Think of some other examples when a strong wind have created problems for you. Wind can be broadly divided into three types. Permanent wind, the trade winds, westerly, easterly are permanent, blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. एक particular direction में easterly और westerly move करती रहती हैं पूरे permanent पूरे साल. Seasonal, these winds change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoon की wind एक चलती है जो बारिश को लाती है ना. वेस्टर्न डिस्टर्बेंसेस वगैरह होते हैं, उसके बाद रिट्रीटिंग मानसून्स भी आते हैं, तो वो सीजनल है. वो विंटर, समर, रेनी सीजन में वो चलती है. बट जो परमानेंट है वो परमानेंटली चलती ही रहती हैं, और उसमें ईस्टर्ली और ईस्टर्लीज का ज़्यादा एम्फोसिस रहता है. लोकल विंड्स, दीज ब्लो ड्यूरिंग द पर्टिकुलर पीरियड ऑफ डे और ईयर इन अ स्मॉल एरिया. फॉर एग्जांपल, लैंड एंड सी ब्रीज. डू यू रिकॉल हॉट एंड ड्राई लोकल विंड्स ऑफ नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स? इट इज़ कॉल्ड लू. जो गर्मियों में गर्म हवाएं चलती हैं उनको लू कहा जाता है. Then again cyclone, then again moisture. When water evaporates from land and different water bodies, it becomes water vapors. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. When the air is full of water, we can call it humidity. As the air gets warmer, capacity to hold the water vapor increases and soil to become more and more humid. On a humid day, clothes take longer to dry and sweat from our body does not evaporate easily, making us feel uncomfortable. When the water vapor rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, cause formation of droplet of water. Clouds are just masses of such water droplets. When these droplets of water become too heavy to float in air, then they came down as a precipitation. Jet planes flying in the sky leave a white trail behind them. The moisture from the engines condenses. We see trails of this condensed moisture for some time when there is no air movement to disturb it. Precipitation that comes down to the earth in liquid form is called rain. Most of the groundwater comes from rainwater. Plant helps to preserve water. When these trees on the hillside are cut, rainwater flows down the bare mountain and can cause flooding of low-lying areas. On the basis of mechanism, there are three types of rainfall: conventional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall. Again, example important for the examination. Rainfall is very important for the survival of plants and animals. It brings fresh water to the earth's surface. If rain is less, water scarcity and drought occurs. On the other hand, if it is more, floods takes place. Again, water is very important. एक बैलेंस्ड वे में होना चाहिए. अगर ज़्यादा होगा तो फ्लड लाइक सिचुएशन हो सकती हैं, और अगर कम होगा तो वहाँ पर ड्रॉट की सिचुएशन हो सकती हैं. बिकॉज मैक्सिमम ऑर्गेनिजम्स, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म नीड वाटर, एटलीस्ट वाटर फॉर देयर बेसिक सर्वाइवल. तो उसी से सारी एग्रीकल्चर डिपेंडेंट है. फ्रेश वाटर की बात कर रहे हैं. सो आई होप क्विकली रिवाइज हो गया होगा सभी का चैप्टर. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो. बाय बाय.